everybody, and welcome back to Gaming on Caffeine. My name is Isaac, and we are back for episode 9 of Prison Architect. I think it's episode 9. Last episode, we were working on setting up this new reception area, as well as a new office for the lawyer, so he is finally out of this area over here. And between episodes, I've gone ahead and thrown down an office desk, a chair, and a table in both of these rooms here, so that they actually fulfill the requirements and can actually become the rooms that they need to be. We have got a bit of a weird thing going on here, where I originally had the reception laid out to be much bigger, so let's quickly get rid of that, because I don't want that to actually be a reception. And it's really dark down there. I'm not quite sure why. It might be because it used to be a shower of some kind, and the lights weren't put in right. I'm not quite sure. But what we do need to do is we need to get some lights into this place. So let's go ahead and put a few of those down like that, and then maybe a few down the corridor like that as well. And that should work out quite nicely for us in the long run. Now, what I want to work on in today's episode is I want to work on splitting ourselves into, or splitting our prison up into wings, because up until now, we've had this one big prison, which we have like right now, we've got this one big prison where everything happens, where all the prisoners go, and where all the utilities are. And a couple of people in the comment section of the last episode actually made a really good point, that if we split our prison up into kind of more mini prisons, or different wings, if you will, of the same prison, and each of those little wings have their own shower or canteen or common room or yard and stuff like that, then we can kind of mitigate some of the issues that we've been having with all the people in the world trying to rush for the same shower, or all the people trying to rush for the one canteen. So what I'm thinking about doing is maybe setting up like another, like blocking this off here, like putting down some walls right about here and here, like so. Actually, I might, yeah, we'll do it like that. I'll put it there and there. And then over here, we'll build out a new area, and over here what we'll do is we'll put like a new shower down, maybe put a new canteen down. And then what that's going to allow us to do is any prisoner that's in this cell will probably choose to go to this shower and this canteen instead of going down to this canteen. And what that will hopefully do is kind of mitigate the massive rush of prisoners that we have going to one shower or canteen, especially when we start taking in more and more people. Because right now, we've had 52 prisoners for quite some time, and I would like to expand so we can get some more money, so we can expand even more and get even more money. That's the long-term plan, and we're going to see if that works. So before we do that, we should probably hit play. I want to work at 3 times speed because I kind of want to get things moving a bit faster. I want to get some more money coming in so we can do some more stuff. We do need to work on our grants a little bit. I think the license plate thing will kind of work itself out. I did a little bit of research on the wiki, and it looks like these sheet metal automatically get turned into license plates. It looks like they're kind of on the way to doing that over here. So I'm fairly certain that the produce 30 license plates quest will kind of get done at some point in the near future, maybe today or tomorrow, possibly. But then for the education quest, again, we need to reduce the suppressed stat of all of our prisoners, because if we look at the education program real quick over here, all of these black dots show the people who are actually in the program. And if we look at them, all of the people that are in it do not have that suppressed stat. They all feel like fairly safe where they are, whereas some of the prisoners do still have, like this guy here, that suppressed stat, and none of those prisoners are taking the Foundation Education Program. And so what I think we need to do is change maybe our armed guard routes a little bit. Like right now we have this armed guard who walks down here, and I think as he walks down here, he's suppressing a lot of these prisoners over here. And so what I'm thinking here is we get rid of like all of this, have no armed guard walk around here, and instead have him walk around somewhere else. I don't know where I want him walking around. There's nobody over here, so if I press play, will he go and fill this role? He will. Do we only have 2 armed guards? We have 3. No idea where the last guy is. Has he just gone into here? He has. You know what? I think that's fine. I think if we have 2 paroles and 3 armed guards, then they can kind of switch out every now and again, and one of them can rest. Because I know that one of the grants that is coming up is build a bigger staff room, I think, and make sure that none of your staff are tired ever, which is something that we are not doing right now. A lot of the time when I zoom in, a lot of our staff are tired, but we'll work on that when we get to that problem. For now, let's go ahead and destroy these walls over here. These 2 and these 2, and then let's go ahead and expand out a little bit with the foundation. Bearing in mind we do only have 20,000, so we do want to be a little bit careful with how much we spend. What's that? 22 by 21. I'll go 21 by 21 because I kind of like the squareness of it. We will still allow these prisoners to access the rest of the prison. Like this here will still be a corridor that they can use, but the plan, or the hopeful plan, is that they will choose to use a shower in this block as opposed opposed to walking all the way around to the shower over here. And for now, I might have them go to the same canteen. We'll see. Some things I'm thinking we might not want to share. I'm thinking things like the yard. We might just make one really big yard for everyone to access. The canteen, I might just make one really big canteen for everyone to access, although it could be a good idea to kind of split that thing up. But anyway, let's go ahead and hit play. Let's see how that works out. And then let's also get our clone tool. And let's get a few more prison cells built over like so. We only have 7,000 left, but that should be fine. Can I rotate this? Oh, it'd be cool. If you're watching Prison Architect devs, what would be really cool is if you could press R and kind of rotate your clone tool so I can put it down over here. That would be pretty awesome, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and throw down some more stuff in here. So we want a bed. Again, we want a toilet. And we'll do kind of the same weird-ish layout that we've got for now. We'll put like a toilet there, and then we'll put like a radio here, which makes almost no sense. I don't know if you can kind of fit through there, but that's fine. And then let's go ahead and grab our... Oh, no, we want to put a door on real quick. We'll put a large jail door there. Then we will grab our clone tool. We'll wait for it to be finished. Then we'll grab our clone tool, and we'll finish the whole thing up. They have demolished those walls, so as soon as this becomes an actual building, everything should be good to go. We do need to get rid of these two. That is good. Cool. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until everyone's back in their cells, because once people are in their cells, I can kind of do a good look around and see how people feel about suppression. It does look like it's going down. Like, that guy's only got the one, like, star of suppression. Most people are kind of on that 1, 2, maybe 3, but a lot of people don't have any suppression right now, which is pretty cool, and, like, shows us that it is going down slowly but steadily. We do need to run some power over to here. How are we doing on power? We're doing okay, although it is getting pretty close to running out. Now, some people did say that we can just hook up multiple of these power stations to the same grid. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but we might as well try it if we do get close to running out of power and see if it does work. If it does, that will save us a little bit of heartache. But for now, let's just go ahead and throw those down like that. That should nicely power up the rest of this space. We might as well do something like that as well to get power to this top side of cells. That should be good. And now we've got that, let's go ahead and grab our clone tool real quick, and we'll just go and grab you and plonk this down over and over and over and over, and hopefully we have enough money to make this work. We do. Don't quite have enough money yet to do this top bit, but that's fine. Now, I obviously don't want to take in more prisoners until we can actually... Oh, this is completely wrong, isn't it? Let's get rid of all of this. I don't want to take in... let's just do that like that. I don't want to take in any more prisoners to fill up these cells until we get this shower section over here up and running. So that's something I don't want to work on just yet. We have, like, next to nobody working in this area of the prison, which is really weird. Do we not have enough power going over here, or is this light just in a weird area? I think it might just be the light. Yeah, I've had a few of these. Can we dismantle this? Like, I think there's one down over here as well. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this, but we'll get rid of both of those. That looks good. And then I guess at this point, it's pretty much just a waiting game. It's going to be, I think, a little while. We currently have, what, 4 people? 5 people. We have 5 people taking the foundation test. That doesn't mean all 5 are going to pass. We need to have 5 prisoners pass the foundation course, and then have at least 1 prisoner go on to pass the higher course. So we'll see if that actually happens. I doubt it's going to happen, but it might do. And hopefully, as the suppression goes down, more and more people will become interested in this course. Let's do a quick check. Is anyone else interested? There are 3 people interested, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people taking it, apparently, although I can only see 5 in class right now, but that's fine. Hopefully, that will get better as time goes on. I kind of wish you could cancel these flipping grants, but we can't. What we can do, though, is I know somewhere in here, extra grant. If we take this out, we can take up to 3 grants at a time. So in 6 hours, we'll be able to take out an extra grant. And then once we do that, we can probably work on finishing up this over here because we'll get a bit more money. And the grant that I'm thinking about doing maybe is Cell Block C. That could be pretty cool, because that's going to raise our prisoner capacity to 100. How many do we have here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 more prisoners. That takes us to about 75. 77, to be exact. That's very close to actually reaching that 100 max. So I think we'll go ahead and take out the grant for Cell Block C, and then kind of over time work towards getting there. How much does wall cost? Wall's 50 blocks, or 50 per square. Where do I want to build this this shower room? Let's go to planning real quick. And as always, I'm kind of thinking about some kind of path. Now, we don't necessarily need to have a path that goes all the way around the outside like this, although I do kind of like to have that because it gives us a nice, easy way to expand in the future. I definitely want to have this path, and I definitely want to have this path. I think having this path would also be good, but I don't necessarily think that this is needed. But at the same time, if we're going to have paths here and here, we might as well have a path that goes all the way around. So I'm thinking of just doing it like that, and then going ahead and throwing down a bunch of walls in the middle here. Do we have enough to make this work? I think we do. It's pretty expensive. But we'll do that. And then for now, what I'm thinking, do I want to make that a shower? That's a pretty big shower. I don't think I do. I think what I might do is maybe even, like this is what, 25 prisoners. I might just split it in half and have like half shower, half, maybe, I don't know. Do I want to make it like half shower, half common room? Or do I want to just make it half shower and come back to the other half? Or maybe just make it full shower and prepare for expansion kind of with more cells further on. That could be a thing. We will see. For now, just to save on money, what I'll do is I'll cut it down the middle here. We'll put that like there. And then what we'll do is we'll clear out some of the walls, which in hindsight, we really shouldn't have put down in the first place because it just cost us money that we didn't need to spend. But we'll get rid of all of those. And then we'll go ahead and we'll put down a few more showers inside here. We'll see how that works in the future. What is up over here? Oh, that is not connected. Okay. So somebody in the comment section told me that we don't have to connect this up twice. And I'm fairly certain they're wrong. But I guess we're going to find out. If I hook that to there, it goes blue, but I don't think it turns on. Yeah. Build more CCTV monitors. Someone tried to tell me you only need one connection. I'm fairly certain you need to make like a full CCTV loop like this, back from here to here, in order for it to actually work. Yeah, now it's on. It's moving, but I can't see what's going on over here. That could just be a lack of lights. Which it looks like it might be. Do we have lights over there? It doesn't look like we do. I don't know what's going on with the lack of lights lately, but let's go ahead and put down a few more of these. Try and keep them in line with the lights that we already have. That looks pretty good. And then we should probably have like one in each cell at least as well, right? There we go. Okay, cool. We are really low on money right now. Jeez. Thankfully, we have about 4 million shower heads. So putting down a bunch of shower heads should be fine. We also have a bunch of drains as well, which is nice. So let's go ahead and put all those down. We might as well put all of those down as well. And then let's look at putting these down. So that's like, let's see here. I want saving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want enough for every single person in this block to actually have a shower. Of course, we do still have the discrepancy between people in maximum and minimum security. So they're not going to be everybody in here all at once. But I would like as many showers as possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Is that right? No, there's only 5 here. So that's like 11, 12, 13. That's only 13. Do I want to have some more? I definitely do want to have some more. Do I want to put some more walls down for it? Not really, because that's pretty expensive. So that's like 13. Let's go ahead and just put like a few more down in the middle, I guess. Like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That should be fine, because of course a couple of people, as we just said, are going to go at different times. We don't have that many maximum and minimum people, but it should be fine. We'll put down all of our piping, and we'll hook that up like so. Hopefully there's enough pipage here to get like water to all of these showers. We might have to run one of these bigger pipes over to this area, but we will see in the near future. And now we've got space for a lot more prisoners. Our capacity hasn't gone up, which is a little weird. I'm not quite sure why that is. And also, were we broke? Were we like really broke when we built these cells? Because none of these have lights in either. Or at least not lights that work. So we'll put all those in again as well. Power is going to those, so they should definitely be online. But they seem really dark. Also, we have to have people flipping go and let these guys in. Jeez. Yeah, our prisoner capacity hasn't actually gone up. Despite the fact, it's because I haven't labeled them as cells. That is why our prisoner capacity has not gone up. Let's quickly do that. And that. And there we go. Our prisoner capacity has gone up to 70. So, let's go ahead and take in 8 prisoners a day. Before we do that, I think what we will do is take in no medium security. And like maybe all minimum. We could take in maximum as well. Let's take in like 1 maximum and a bunch of minimum. Right? Every single day. We're taking a bunch of minimum, 1 maximum, and we'll leave that like that. The reason I'm doing that, of course, is just to decrease the discrepancy. Although, to be fair, if we're building this new shower, having a bunch of medium security people probably won't be that bad. So you know what? I'm going to flip and bring medium in as well. Let's turn off maximum. Although maximum are worth more. Oh my goodness, it's such a trade-off here. Let's go. Let's do that. Let's do that. If we hadn't have been building this new shower, I would probably have taken a bunch of minimum. But the fact that we've now got a new shower, I don't want it to be the case where, you know, when the minimum security people go to have a shower, they're all, like, going to this shower and no one's using this shower. That's not what I want. So let's go ahead and designate this an actual shower here. Like so. Also, some people might just choose to go to this shower maybe from over here. No idea if that's going to happen. I assume they go to the closest one. Also, I was completely right about requiring a longer pipe, so we're out of money completely. Wow. But can we take out a new grant? We can. So let's go over here. Let's go to grants, and let's take the one for cell block seats. Pretty expensive one. They gave us 10,000 up front, which is pretty nice. And then let's go ahead and expand down like so. Nice. Hopefully that works out just nicely. And then I need to decide what to do about everything else. We can definitely go ahead and finish this up over here. Let's put down a few beds as well as a toilet and a radio. This makes a little bit more sense because everything's not in a really weird place, although that bed has been put down in a pretty weird place. So let's hit play and let's see if our workers go and build that. Other than that, let's take a quick look at needs because we don't want to forget about our current prisoners. Everything looks pretty good. Literacy is pretty high, but in fairness, we do have this education program that people should be attending if they would like to. I didn't get quite the look at suppression that I wanted, but hovering over here, most people are still pretty suppressed, which is not great. We do have this guy, this armed guard patrolling here, who is kind of inflicting those points during the day whilst they're eating food. I want to get rid of as many armed guards as possible. I don't want to get rid of them. I want to have them around, but I don't want them patrolling if that's possible. So I'm thinking we deactivate that patrol and maybe just put one like all the way up here. Yeah, sure, why not? Because I want to have them around, but I don't want to have them too near to our prisoners that they're giving them that suppression effect. That's what I want to get rid of so we can get people in the classroom, so we can get that $40,000. So that's a big grant if we can get it to actually work. Why is that not working? Do we need a new, like, water pump? Is that a thing? Possibly? Or have they just not finished building this yet? Oh no, they haven't finished it. Okay, cool. That job is queued. They cannot do that job because there is no way of getting into that room. So, let's throw down like a staff door. I could just build, like, destroy the wall or put a normal door on there, but I don't want prisoners going into dark areas of the prison that I can't see. So for now, we'll do that. We also have a lack of power going right to the end here, so let's just do that as well. And we could also probably do with some more lights around here. Do we, like, not have any, or are they just not powered up? Or do we just need a guard to walk around over here? You know what? I am going to have one of our guards walk around up here, because right now there's no one doing it. Normal guards, I don't think, give the suppression effect. I think it's only armed guards that actually have that, like, effect on the prisoners. So, assigning one of our 20 normal guards to go work up there should be fine and should give us a nice amount of visibility for what's going on over here. Hopefully the CCTV does a good job of letting us keep an eye on all of these prisoners. We can't really see what's going on here, so I might want to have a prisoner, like a guard, walk around. Although, to be fair, he's doing a pretty good job of looking at all of this, so that looks like it might be fine. That looks like it might just be fine. Cool. Alright, there's nobody over here now. I can't see what's going on over there, so let's also have a guard. You know what, let's have you occasionally wander, like, down here as well. You know what, you're going to go all the way around. You got a nice patrol that goes right the way around. Like so. You're going to, you know what, you're not even going to go down there. No, this is no longer part of your track. Yeah, you're going to walk around. Where are you going? Where are you going? You just abandoned post because, what? What? He switched out for somebody else. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Hopefully, we get a nice view of what's going on throughout this kind of area of the prison, especially over in Solitary. We haven't made 30 license plates yet. I assume it's happening, but at the same time, I don't see anybody working on this workshop site. Everyone's working on the press. I have no idea. Do we need, like, a better program to teach them how to do this? Spiritual guidance, carpentry apprenticeship. High value wooden items, a carpenter's table. I don't want to do that. I would like to get a higher value. I'd like to make people, I'd like them to make higher value stuff at the workshop. So is that done over here? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Let's do a quick check as well on the education program. 5 more people are interested now. So hopefully, again, that number is going to increase, and we're going to get more and more people interested. The showers are still having an issue. What is going on over here? Why is there no pipe there? And why is there no pipe there? I have no idea. Hopefully that's going to fix that issue. We now have a bit more capacity. Also, let's grab our clone tool and quickly clone this once we have put down. Actually, no, I'm going to clone it before we put down the door, because it seems like the doors kind of just slow the workmen down because they have to wait for the guards to open the door for them. Also, one thing that I did notice people complaining about was this door here. I'm going to dismantle this door because if we can, I keep thinking that it's going to get dismantled and no one does it, because we can just dismantle it and replace it with a normal door with a door servo on it, because there's no reason for this to be open 24/7. So that should be fine. How are these guys doing? He's calming. He is nothing. None of these guys seem suppressed. This guy's got a little tiny bit of suppression, but for the most part, everyone looks like they're kind of lowering their suppression a little bit. Where have all of our prisoners gone? Is it me, or are they all just spread out? I guess they're just spread out, but it looks like there's no one around. A little bit suppressed, not at all suppressed. I think we've done a good job at lowering suppression here. This is good. This is good. Also, people did advise me that I should probably make the front entrance here a little bit more secure. Like maybe have a couple of doors here, like kind of blocking them out. So if they just run through the one door, they don't instantly manage to like escape. Also, we should probably make that foundation, not just doors and walls. We'll do that, and we'll stick down like 1 or 2 more doors over here, and probably put like a guard, maybe an armed guard in the between. That could probably be a good thing if we have like just an armed guard sat in the middle here. So if anyone does try to escape, they have to go through this little corridor with the armed guard in before they can. At which point that will probably stop them going through. Cool. All right. Well, let those guys get to work. Let's jump back up to 3 times speed because I want to get some stuff done. Hopefully these guys are going to put some things in here once they've finished building these cells. Let's go ahead and assign these all as cells. Like so. Not showers at all. I want them to be cells. Like that. That almost takes our capacity up. But we do need to make sure that they have water, which again, we're going to have to do like so. And again, I'm hoping that we can kind of just connect it up like this. And once that's hooked up, it might work. That seems to have fixed the issue with the showers. That's good. Auto-saving bit of lag. That's fine. This looks good. Some people did decide to go to this shower, which I guess doesn't surprise me really, because it's probably a bit safer than this shower over here. But that's looking pretty good. As soon as these are finished, as soon as they have the bed and the toilet and stuff in it, that number should go up to about 77, which is almost there on like our prisoner grant, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. We're getting there. We're getting there. We could put a few more cells here, and you know what? I might actually do that. At the same time, I kind of don't want to do that. I want them to be even. I don't quite know. I think we'll leave it for now, and we'll try and complete that 100 prisoner grant next episode. For now, I just want to see if we can get a few more people into the Foundation Education Program. We now have more than enough people interested and going. I'm assuming that these 8 are not included in the 5 that already go. So I'm hoping that we have, you know, maybe 10 people going to the program. And I don't think it lasts all that long. 10 sessions. So 10 days, I assume, because they go every day. So maybe in 10 days we'll have people who have passed it, possibly. I don't know if we can check anywhere if people have passed it. I don't think we can. But hopefully that will be the case. Hopefully people will pass it. And hopefully someone will try and pass the higher level one. And maybe we'll get 40,000. Maybe we'll get 40,000. What are they missing? Oh, do they not? Can we not have bunk beds in there? Do they not count? I didn't mean to put bunk beds down. But apparently that worked. Let me make them dorms, I guess, then. They're going to be some real bad dorms. We need to put a door on them. That's it. If we put doors on, these officially become dorms. Well, I didn't mean to put bunk beds down, but that does increase our capacity by what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That gives us an extra 7 people, so it takes us up to 84, which means we only need 16 more prisoners to make that work. I don't know how happy they're going to be in these dormitories, because these are real small. Like, really, really small. But hopefully they don't mind too much. Our capacity is quite nice now, which is good. I'm also thinking about what I want to use this space for over here. I'm not quite sure yet what I want to use it for. Also, someone did point out as well that we can make our storage section outside, and I think I'm definitely going to do that. Where is storage? It is here. Let's go ahead and let's just make a nice big storage area right outside. I don't want to make it like cover the entrance here, so what I think I might do is have it like there. Maybe expand out a little bit like that. We'll have a nice big storage area, and I think I'm going to get rid of this. Like this, I don't want to have that. That's kind of like a nice hallway, though I don't want to have just filled with storage. So instead, people are going to take all that stuff, take it outside if they can do, and just store it out there. No one is dismantling this door. I don't know why. Can I dump it? I don't want it. I just don't want it anymore. I don't care if you destroy it or if you dismantle it or what. I just don't want it. I want it gone. But so hopefully that works out. And everything looks pretty good. These guys don't have water, which is not particularly great. But what we can do, I guess, we don't have a lot of money at all, is do this. The reason I changed my mind kind of midway through there is because I don't want, we'll see if that works, I don't want large water pipes that go near the edge of the prison, because if they do that, then prisoners can quite easily just dig through them and escape. So I kind of want to make sure that never happens, and hopefully we should be fine. Hopefully we should be fine. We're 77% there. All we've got to do is raise the capacity. We don't actually have to have the prisoners in the prison for that grant to complete, which is actually pretty cool. So what I think I might do, I don't know if that's going to not work, I don't think, at all. So, how do I want to do this? What I'm thinking is we expand out this way. But instead of... how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Let's get rid of this and this. And then let's do some planning here real quick. We're going to do a little bit of planning, and we're going to see how this works. So I kind of think that having these connect up like this might work out kind of nicely, right? I don't think that needs to go over there, but that can go down like that. This can go up like this, and this can go up like that. And then, of course, we'll have this one go over to the end, and we'll have that come down like so. That way, these are all connected. We still have the 2 showers, so hopefully these guys will still try and go to this shower. Maybe even a few of these guys will go there as well. And then what I'm thinking, also, let's speed up a little bit here, is we just add more cells, right? We just kind of do something like that and put a few more cells in all the way up here. We can then, of course, put in more cells along here, like so. And then we can also just kind of expand this upwards. And I'm thinking about maybe putting some dormitories in here and here, because these are nice bigger rooms that we could fit a few people in quite comfortably. But we definitely couldn't fit 2 more cells into. So they kind of mirror these ones down here, these nice bigger rooms that we have towards the bottom. I think that might work out pretty well if we do something like that and that. And then, of course, again, have kind of the same thing all the way along down here. Does this work out nice and even? I would love it if it does, but I'm also kind of thinking that it probably... Oh, it will. Nice. Okay, that, to me, looks like it might work out quite nicely. Of course, we'd have to move this armed guard, because if we're going to have prisoners here, again, we don't want them being suppressed. But that looks pretty cool, because that's a lot of cells. Obviously, we cannot afford anywhere near that number of cells right now, because we only have $143, which is absolutely nothing. But I'm thinking we expand out like this. We have a big section of prisoners here, and we're about to get some more prisoners come in, which is nice. And I'm also thinking we need to reassign that guard. We need to move him, because we can't have him near these new prisoners. And so, you know what? You can go right there. Not you. You. We can have an armed guard who just sits in this middle section here. That should work out quite nicely. That way, everyone has to go through there. All of our new prisoners should go into the reception and kind of get checked to see they're not carrying anything silly. And they also do have to walk through this armed guard as well on the way in. That might add a bit of a suppression effect as they go into the prison, but hopefully it might like reduce escapees trying to get out or people trying to bring silly stuff in. But yeah, with that, guys, I'm going to end this episode of Prison Architect there. We've got a lot of stuff to do. We also have a lot of CCTV cameras running right now as well, which is pretty weird, but we got a lot of stuff to do. In the end, I want to kind of have a bit more of an organized prison. Right now, it's a bit of a mess, but in order to become more organized, we definitely need more space and more money. We don't need more space, we need more money. And right now, we just don't have that money to kind of like just let this run on its own and build a nice looking prison over here. So that's something I want to work on, but like I said, we're gonna have to wait until we get more money. Maybe once we get the $40,000 for education, we can actually do that. Let's do one final check over here. We got a few people interested. Maybe they're going to go do the education program, maybe not. But with that, guys, I'm going to end this episode of Prison Architect there. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit like. It really does help out a lot, and I will see you guys next time.